One day, a teacher was asking her class to use absolutely in a sentence. So Janet raised her hand and said, "The sky is absolutely blue." The teacher said, "No, it is not. Sometimes it is black or has different colours." Another little boy raised his hand and said, "The leaves on the trees are absolutely green." The teacher said, "No, they could be different colours at different times of the year." Little Johnny raised his hand and asked if there were lumps and farts. The teacher said, "I do not believe so." And little Johnny said, "Well then, I absolutely just shit my pants." Why, hello there. I am MyDarkKin, and today's topic is camping versus rushing. I recently watched a video from a guy called Osric. I'll link his channel in the description. It was his very first ever video, and he talks about the same subject, and I thought it had a lot of good points in it, and I wanted to sort of talk about those a little bit, but put my own spin on them, and just kind of share my own thoughts on the whole camping versus rushing topic. I think there's a difference between camping, the ghost bitch with his silenced ghillie sitting in the corner waiting for someone to run past him so he can shoot him in the back, and someone who's sort of just playing more defensive, taking their time, thinking about what they're doing, and just sort of playing more cautious. And my description for rushing would be, there's rushing, sort of like running around like a chicken with its head off, just not really caring, just never stop moving, running. And then there's the sort of the rusher that does well, the sort of smart, intelligent rusher that just sort of takes the fight to their opponent, really, and doesn't necessarily like sitting back and likes the excitement of just running around. As we start the second round in this game, after finishing that first one in about 2.5 minutes, in this gameplay, quickly, most of it is me being aggressive and sort of in their spawn and just getting shit done, but there is a portion of the game where I'm sort of camping that top balcony area and just sort of not really intending on moving because I didn't really have to. So I think it's coming up shortly. I pick up this AK and I don't really move from here because I didn't need to. They were spawning back right hand corner and they were coming out and I was killing them. But anyway, back on the subject of rushing versus camping, I don't think either rushing or camping, either one takes less or more skill. I think it's both different skill sets. With rushing you need to be able to think on the fly and think very quickly, because you're going to be in their spawn, up in their face, and you won't have time to think about it, otherwise you're just going to get shot and die. Where sort of camping, you can't really see my air quotes there, it's more like you've got to have a lot of knowledge, because to be able to sort of know where the opponents are coming from, headshot, where they're going to be spawning, a lot of that sort of stuff, so as you can put yourself in a decent position where you can hold for a long period of time and get your kill streaks and just be a real pain to the enemy, really, because they're going to start to get pissed off because they can't kill you and you're always killing them, and then you're pooping on them with like your attack dogs and your chopper gunners and stuff, and it's just going to get to them. As I take out that camper with his ghost just sitting in the corner like an idiot. I think a tip for rushers is really learn to drop shot, because God, it's helped me so much. And if you don't know what the drop shot is, it's when you go prone while shooting like that, and it's just so effective because it makes you a harder target to hit, because you're lowering your profile at which the enemy has to shoot at you. You're laying on the ground, all they can really hit is your head, just, I don't know, like a small area of your body where you've got their whole body to shoot at. And it's so helpful. So I recommend, if you're planning on rushing, swapping to tactical stick layout. I think it's stick layout. The one that makes your crouch button your right analog stick anyway. Swap to that one and you'll be drop shotting like a pro. The reason you want to have tactical stick layout is because it's much faster to be running around and then you just hit the right thumbstick instead of having to take your thumb off the thumbstick going all the way over to B to crouch, because then you can't really aim. You've sort of got to drop, aim and then shoot. You can't really drop, aim, shoot all at the same time. So that's just sort of a little tip, is the drop shot, as I get a two-piece sort of with the drop shot there. God, that guy was bad. Now the equivalent to the drop shot for sort of campers or people playing more cautiously is sort of cover, and I'd say kind of the head glitch is kind of the camper's drop shot. You know, a camper can still drop shot, but it's just not as effective for a camper as it is a rusher. But what the head glitch is for all who don't know, it's the bullets actually come out of your they come out of your head when you're shooting. So what you can do is get behind, like you often see people doing it behind barrels or just anything really that you can just see over the top of. You'll think that your sort of whole torso is popping over it, where really all the enemy can see is the top of your head. That's why it's called a head glitch, and it's just the same concept as the drop shot. It lowers the profile that the enemy have to shoot at you, and it makes for much easier kills for you, harder kills for your enemy. I myself, I wouldn't say I'm a rusher or a camper. I believe most people are like this, where they go through phases where they'll rush or they'll camp or anything like that. I think a good player needs to know when to rush, how to rush, and should know when to camp and sort of how to camp. And a good player needs to be able to do both, and for different situations. I myself sort of go through phases where I like to, sort of this gameplay here, I was rushing really aggressive, playing really aggressively, and I go through phases where I sort of, oh yeah, all I'm gonna do is rush, and then I go through other phases where I kind of want to get my high kill streaks, and I'll sort of camp, and I do that a lot in just life in general. I'll go through like phases where I just like different things and stuff. Wow, this commentary's gone a lot faster than I thought it would have. So I just want to leave you with this thing that I also heard Osric say. I'll again link his channel in the description. He's an awesome guy, amazing player, gets insane scores, and he's super intelligent, as I own these kids.
Double kill!
And what he said was this: it is, you should rush in TDM, you should rush when you are winning and camp when you are losing, because it's all about sort of kills and not dying as much. And in objective games, you should rush when losing and camp when winning. It's sort of like the opposite there. And yep, I'll just leave you with that thought, and that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe as always. Link to Osric's channel will be in the description. Peace!